Yep, what's up with it? This your boy Newman, and it's Leo in the third house. Back with another reading. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Scorpio. I know I'm a little late, y'all. I woke up late. Had to get myself together. But anyway, there were no messages. And the hustling and bustling, the shuffling around wasn't nothing special that I could think of. All right, so anyway, let's just get going. See what we talking about. All right, South Node. All right, your comfort zone, unfinished business. Hey there, T. Lee. Oh, you guys got material, money that's owed from you, or money that's coming from a past creative venture, past success. So this could be like going back to the good times, getting back into your old habits. Some of y'all getting back into the swing of things. All right, your values and your principles are triumphing. All right, so this could be a money making move or a money making opportunity for some of y'all. Could be dealing with somebody from your past. Could be with a Taurus. Hey there, Tony. All right, you guys will be seeing an increase in your personal finances, so that's going to be good. And your natural gifts and talents and abilities will be shining right about now, too. So what else we need to know? What else? All right, we got, people. So there's maybe an idea that you already proposed to somebody else. They may be bringing it back to you. That might be kind of like what it's playing like. Like you might have said, "Hey, let's do this," and somebody's like, "Nah, I don't think that's a good idea." And then maybe like a month later, they'd be like, "You know what? We should do what you said," but they probably don't say that you said it. They'd be like, "We should probably do it this way." All right. So there's gonna be somebody who you guys have a relationship with, maybe kind of like a family-like bond too, because the South Node is here. So maybe somebody who you guys are very familiar with feels like you guys have a family-like bond. So they may be, stealing your ideas, duplicating what you do, bringing up your ideas like they're yours. Revive. That's what it is. Revision. Because when I flipped the deck, it said revision and adaptability. So they just flipped it around. They just flipped it around, changed the words around or whatever. Or they do what you do. They just kind of like switched it around a little bit. All right. So this is going to be geared towards your greater strengths. Could be dealing with a Gemini. Could be dealing with a Capricorn, Sag, Cancer. All right. So this is somebody who's going to be wanting to sacrifice, or they're going to want you to sacrifice for them, or they're going to want you to sacrifice for the greater good of the whole situation. So they may be like, tapping your shoulder on something or making something known to you, giving you maybe a little bit of like, it's not random information, but it's information that maybe you didn't know. You know what I mean? It's helpful information. All right, so it's going to help you guys get through a tight or tense situation if it has to do with your finances, or it's going to help you guys get past a hurdle that you guys keep encountering, keep running into, which could be in anything. Sometimes it could be in relationships, it could be in money, it could be in your creative passion. It's just like a good little piece of insight or info, but you already had it. You already did it before, but they was like, nah, that's not going to work. It was going to work. It's just maybe somebody who's just making you doubt it. All right, could be another Scorpio. Let's see, what else we talking about? All right, so climax is approaching. You guys are gonna have to work around it. So maybe you're gonna have to work around this person's schedule. You're gonna have to work around this person. Something about having to work around the specifics. Like it's not just as easy as it sounds. Maybe they made it a little more difficult. I don't know where this is all going. It's like maybe they made it a little bit more difficult than what it needed to be. There's money to be gained, but I guess the power struggles is like who takes charge. Do I go first or do you go first? Am I in charge or you in charge? Like maybe both of you are leaders, and the difficulty is in deciding who should take charge. You know what I mean? Whose idea should we follow? Whose plan should we follow? So there's gonna be a talk about that. All right. Well, how do y'all get to that point? Because it's gonna be a talk about a plan to make money, maybe to create stability. If it's a relationship, it's a desire to create stability, but it's about whose principles, whose value system prevails over the other. All right. Adjustments are required just means that it's a quincunx, meaning that um, the way that we're doing things isn't necessarily going to get us to where we want to go. So we need to like change things around, revise things around, figure out what you need, figure out what I need. There's a need for that. You know what I mean? And even the stuff that we do, it's not going to work, but for so long. So like, there's always going to be a battle because one of us knows that or both of us know that we should probably be in charge of that. We're normally the independent or the leader in whatever situation this is. So there would be a difficulty anyway. So it's not like you can really get past it, but I guess sometimes it's a little less tense than other times. All right, here we got Two of Pentacles. So that's about adapting. It's also a new financial opportunity that you guys are gonna have to get used to. So maybe it's like you're wearing two hats. We got Seven of Pentacles. So there'll be disputes over money. So maybe you guys, and disputes just means that we're gonna be talking about maybe how much you get paid, how much I get paid, you know what I mean? How much I invested into this situation, how much you invested into it. It may be a difficulty or like issues communicating who's doing more, who's doing what, because we got terrifying reverse. Like if it's a relationship, there could be a talk about like gender roles. Your job is to do this, my job is to do this. You know what I mean? It's like conversations in that way. You know what I mean? They're not, I mean, they can be kind of heated, but not really heated. It's not really heated. It's just a lot of back and forth and like a refuse to like negotiate or budge because like the way you see it is the way you see it. So there's going to be a problem here, just a light problem, but I say it's going to be a problem because it's going to cause some tension in you, and you're going to have to figure out like how do we fix this? How do we work around this? All right. So you guys going to be maybe they need you as a problem solver. That might be what this was all about anyway. Maybe they need you as a problem solver. Maybe they're doing bad. Maybe financially they're not doing the best that they can, and they need you to be a problem solver. But what they're trying to do is be in charge. That might be where the issue is. You know what I mean? They're trying to be the one that's the leader because, you know, they're used to being in charge. And that's not going to work in this situation. All right. So the fiery climax means that you guys are going to have to express. There we go. With the lovers, you guys are going to have to express yourselves. All right. Be open with each other. Be honest with each other. You know what I mean? Vulnerable with each other. Three of Wands, Two of Cups. I just kind of feel like you guys ain't going to be able to get on the same page. And with the Five of Wands behind it, I kind of feel like you guys are going to have issues getting on the same page. Like this person maybe is, I'm not gonna say they're not the best at negotiating, but they may not see the potential and where this can go. Because we do got seven of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Wands in reverse. So they may not really see the potential of where this can go. You guys just may not really be feeling the same way about this, about the perspective or about the relationship itself. More pessimistic. This may be somebody who's open to like a doom and gloom. Nah, we can't do that. I don't believe in this. Or nah, I'm not with that. So it's going to be like issues like that coming up. So this is probably something that you guys kind of already knew was going to be coming. You know what I mean? Based on how this person is. Like this may be somebody who's very independent, very, I'm not gonna say free spirited, but like likes to do their own thing. They like to be in charge. They like to, you know, be headstrong about situations. And they don't like to fit into a box or have to like conform to other people's values or beliefs. So this is somebody who kind of feels like a know-it-all because we got the Hierophant here. So it's maybe somebody who's like a know-it-all, or at least just feels like they already know what's best in this situation. So there may be a little issue with that. But the heart to heart does come, but I guess you guys just don't get on the same page because even then we got the Eight of Wands in reverse also, which also is a miscommunication. It's a slowing down of progress, you know, canceled, delayed travel, bullshit like that. So some of y'all, there could be trips that you guys were planning on going, or like maybe a vacation or some type of travel somewhere you guys were intending to go, maybe an event you guys were planning on going because we do got the Five of Wands. Maybe there was an event that you guys were planning on going to together, and it's like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather do it on my own. Like this person seems to be very independent. Like it kind of comes to that point where you guys don't really want to come to like an agreement of like what you would like to do. Instead, you guys just kind of like keep doing your own thing. But maybe you guys just kind of like interact from time to time with each other. It just doesn't go past a certain point. Is what I'm saying. So for some of y'all, maybe somebody plays games a lot. Like, you know, one day they're this way, the next day they're that way. They're up and down a lot. Real, and I'm gonna say, well, it could be moody. It could be moody. You know what I mean? Some days they're really putting in investment or time into the relationship. Other times they're not. So it's going to come off that way. Other times they're putting in their best creative work towards the job, and other times they're not. So it's going to be that. That so you, I don't know if you're trying to help this person, if they're trying to help you, or if they're like making. It's no Pisces energy, so they're not trying to make it look like anything. It's just the way it is. Just somebody who feels neglected by y'all. So those came out. What is it? Internal conflicts. Listening to your confirmation from your spirit guide. So you're gonna need to trust what works best for you. That might be why also you guys don't really get on the same page because it may not really work well for you. This may be somebody who wants you to conform to who they are, be how they would like you to be, do what they would like you to do. They're used to being in control of their relationships. That's what the thing is. They're used to being in control. If this is like a woman or a man, they're used to either being chased, being even if this is like even if this is new people, this is just somebody who feels like their way of doing things is the way that it should be done. You know what I mean? So this isn't really somebody at this point that you guys can compromise with right now. That's what you probably need to know. They're not really willing to compromise right now. They don't feel the same way about the relationship. That's what it really is. They just find you to be attractive. Yeah. So this may be more like a fun-based type of relationship, but it feels like it has potential to be stable because maybe they have great value systems, maybe they have money, Maybe they have resources. Maybe they're very driven, confident, ambitious. They just seem like the front runner when it comes to like, maybe your options. But like this is somebody who doesn't isn't really looking to compromise, isn't really to look at like other people's side of the fence. Like this is somebody who can like trust though. So you can trust them. And I would even say you could trust them with money, because I do kind of get the vibe that you could trust them with money. But I just also feel like when it comes to like the connection and like the future of the connection, you guys may not really be on the same page about it. There may be a lot of disharmony, a lot of like petty back and forths, a lot of arguments, a lot of disagreements. You know what I mean? A lot of little ego battles, because this person expects you to kind of like do it their way. You know what I mean? A lot of miscommunications. You know what I mean? They play games like, oh, I called you, but they didn't call you, or I called you back, but they didn't call you, or they didn't text you, or they say stuff like that. It's going to be a bunch of that bullshit that's happening here. So it's a game. You know what I mean? What they're trying to do is get you to do it their way. That's what you need to know. So if you don't want, if you don't want to do it their way, the relationship probably is at risk. All right, that's what's going on here, and there's potential stagnancy. Because that's what self-note is as well. It's potential stagnancy because it's a comfort zone. We're not going to do anything different than what we've always done. It's always worked for me this way. I don't need to do it any different. And for them, it's always worked this way. They don't need to do it any different. So if there's no compromise, we're at an impasse, and from there, nothing happens. So that it's over before it even started. That's what it feels like. It's over before we even started anything. Some of y'all, it may be more like a sexual connection though. You may have that. I will say that because we do got the lovers here in the Two of Cups. So like while we can't get on the same page emotionally, we may be finding each other to be physically attractive and sexually attractive. So we may just be doing that. You know what I mean? Like this person is a romantic type of person. So you might like that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't know. Here's your advice though. It says, dearest one, even if all hope seems lost, let not hope slip away. For I, your guardian angel, am constantly by your side. Surrender all your concerns to me and trust in the healing power of love. Please believe that you are never alone. Together, we shall work through each issue or situation which is of concern to you. Magic and miracles are about to manifest. Okay. Well, all right. Don't let me tell you what it may be, because maybe a miracle does happen here. And then it says, Rainbow, you are a jewel, even though you may not see it. Even in the darkest times, you shine eternally bright. A pot of gold awaits beyond the horizon. All will clear soon. Trust and continue to follow your dreams. You are eternally blessed. That's usually a good sign. So I guess with the adjustments are required, you guys are gonna be trying to figure out how to get on the same page. Well, but I kind of seen that it wasn't working. So maybe you guys just keep going through it, because sometimes the Five of Wands is a training session. It's not always negative, but I was kind of seeing that. So maybe you guys just keep putting in the effort, keep fighting for it, and then boom, voila, we made it. So it's possible then. That's what they're basically saying. The advice is basically saying it's possible. So I guess the thing is just getting outside your comfort zone. You know what I mean? Doing something that you normally wouldn't do. Maybe you refuse to conform to other people's values or beliefs or traditions. Maybe they do too. So maybe you guys have enough petty conflict and arguments that you guys start to see each other, or see each other's perspective a little bit more clearly. All right. Anyway, signs you could be dealing with could be a Scorpio, Aries, Gemini, Capricorn, Sag, Gemini, Cancer, Taurus, Aries, Leo. All right. So, Scorpio, that was y'all reading. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here, y'all. Thanks for the support. And look at them likes. Look at them. Look at them views. Anyway, I'm gone. You have a good one.